Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you've got a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance, so if it doesn't feel right or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. You've got the hands on the knees or resting in your lap, extending up tall, so you're imagining something's attached to the crown of the head. Just allow the chin to drop slightly, and we'll close the eyes for a few moments to start with. And we'll start to bring our awareness, our attentions into our bodies. So just taking a moment to notice and acknowledge how you feel this morning. And trying to do that in a way of noticing how you feel right now. So hopefully in a way without the mind starting to get involved and tell you all of the things that you need to be getting on with, or things that you haven't done. So just asking or noticing, how do I feel right now in this moment? Maybe you feel a bit tired. We'll take a few intentional deeper breaths. So when we inhale, we'll feel the chest expand, you'll feel the belly press forwards. We know we're getting a good feel of your chest capacity. So in your own time, just taking a few intentional deeper breaths in and out. And just allowing your breath to regulate, go back to its normal, natural rhythm. And noticing the chest expansion and contraction, feeling of the air coming in and out of your body. Seeing if you can be aware and notice the stillness of right now. And then we'll open the eyes and we'll bring the hands together in front of the chest. And we'll take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and then out. And then inhale, taking the hands up, reaching up, breathing out, arms coming out to the side. And inhale, hands together above the head. And breathing out, coming down. Inhale up Breathe out to the side, and we'll continue this movement. Inhaling, hands together above the head, and breathing out, hands coming back down. So the next time that hands come out to the side, we'll breathe out coming down, then we're going to pop the right hand down and bring the left arm up and reach over to the right side. So we'll side stretch, reaching over to the right side. We'll come back up and left hand down, raise the right arm, reach up and over. And then back up, right hand down, reach up through the left fingertips, reaching over the top. And then we'll come back up. And once more to the left. So left hand down, raise the right hand, reach up and over. And then we'll come back to centre, placing the hands on the knees and extending up, leading with your chest, popping your fingertips down, head hanging, maybe shuffling the fingertips forwards away from you if you're able. Pausing here for a couple of breaths, and as you're breathing out, you're imagining the head sinking a bit closer to the mat. Maybe you notice the body move a little bit into the forward fold. And then walking hands back to press yourself up. We'll change the cross of the legs. So other leg, other shin in front if you have got your legs crossed. And we extend up, chest forwards, fingertips down, head hanging. And again, shuffling the fingertips forwards and away if you're able. And then walking the hands back to press up. And from here we'll come to hands and knees. So we'll come to an all fours position. And we'll start our cat-cow. So we're tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops. Tipping the pelvis forward, taking your gaze forward. And tipping pelvis back, back arches and head drops. Tipping the pelvis forward, gaze forward. And we can inhale as the belly moves towards the ground, breathe out as your back arches and your head drops. And then pausing in a flat back position, so left hand and knee stay down. We turn the body to face to the right, so we straighten the right leg, raise the right arm up, right fingertips at the ceiling. And when you've got that right arm straight up, and just allowing the arm to come a little bit behind you, so you notice a bit more of a feeling of stretch across the right shoulder. So the arm isn't behind your back, the fingertips are still pointing straight up. And then bringing the right arm alongside your head and reaching forwards. And then right arm up, fingertips to ceiling. And just allowing that right arm to come behind you a little bit. And then right arm along the right side of the head, reaching forwards. And then we'll return to all fours. And then to the left side, so you're straightening the left leg, raising the left arm up, fingertips to ceiling, and then if you can, again with that left arm, just allowing it to come behind, so the arm is still straight up, just allowing the weight of the arm to bring it behind you, and then left arm alongside your head and reaching, and then we'll take the left arm up again, fingertips to ceiling. And again, if that shoulder allows, just allowing the arm to come behind. And then left arm alongside the head again, reaching forwards. And then we'll return to hands and knees. And take the knees wide, toes towards each other, bum to heels. Slide the hands out in front. So the fingers spread, the hands pressing forwards. And then inhale, lifting up, bringing your shoulders forwards above your wrists. and breathing out, taking your bum back down towards the heels. Inhaling up and breathing out down. Inhaling up and breathing out back down again. And then pausing next time you're upright or on all fours. We'll bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under hips, and then make our way to downward dog. So curling the toes under, pressing the bum to the ceiling. So having a bit of a bend in the legs if you're feeling it, a real effort to be in this position. So you bend the legs a little bit, then press through the hands, through the fingertips. From here we're going to bring the shoulders forwards and come into a plank position. And then we're going to return to downward dog, so pressing through the hands, pressing the bum back. And then stepping forwards and folding forward, so bending over at the waist, arms, shoulders relaxing. And then inhale, coming up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. And taking your hands down. So feet a bit wider than hip width, and we'll just swing the arms through from one side to the other. Loosen the body up a little bit more. And then lifting the arms up a bit higher, across the face, fingertips towards the ceiling. And then allow the arms to drop down. We'll step to the top of the mat. So the feet are hip width. We're extending up tall, and we're taking a nice big stride back with the right foot to warrior one. So a big step back, raising the arms up, hips, chest, facing forwards. And then we'll interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, lead with the chest and fold forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Steady breath. And then we'll allow the hands to the mat and step the left foot back to downward dog. From here we're going to lift up the right foot and press the right heel towards the ceiling. And then we're going to bend the right leg and bring the right foot forwards down onto the mat. And then you can pop your left knee down, bring yourself upright. And we're shuffling the right foot forwards so that the ankle is ahead of the knee. So in a moment we'll do our back bend and fold forwards. So from this position, when we back bend, we're just gently bringing the hips forward so we're aware of the feeling of stretch on this left thigh. Raise the arms, left hand to the right wrist, lean back, gaze up to the ceiling. And then releasing the hands. So we start to fold forwards. We're working towards straightening this right leg if we can. Hands down on the ground, or maybe using the leg for support. Allow the head to hang. And again, just pausing here for a few breaths. And then bringing your hips forwards again as you come up. So pressing the hips forwards to feel the stretch in the left thigh. Raise the hands. Left hand to right wrist. Leaning back, gaze to ceiling. And then we'll fold forwards again. So as you come forwards, we work towards straightening the right leg, hands down, head hanging. And we do both of these movements once more. So we bring the hips forwards, gently pressing the hips forwards as you come up. Left hand, right wrist, leaning back. And then we'll start to fold forwards, hands down, head hanging. Bringing the hips forward so you can bend your right leg we're going to bring that right hand round, so both hands are on the inside or the left side of your right foot. And we'll come into lizard pose from here. So that's where we bring the hips forwards again. And when you reach that point of resistance, so the hips aren't going any further forwards, just checking that your right knee is roughly above that right angle. It just means we get the most out of this stretch. And we're going to hold in this position for a few breaths. So it might be that you're on your fingertips or you've got your hands down. You may be able to bend at the elbows, allow the head to hang. So just pausing here for a few breaths. Then walk the hands back towards you a little bit. Bring the right foot back so the ankle is below the knee. And then we've still got the fingertips down on the mat. We're going to come up into a lunge position. So we're going to curl the left toes under, straighten the left leg. And then we're going to raise up, hips, chest facing forwards. Hands together in front of your chest and twisting to the right. So left elbow across to the right thigh. Left arm outside of your right leg, reaching right fingertips to ceiling. Hands together in front of the chest. Coming back round to face the front, raising the arms up. And then we'll step the left foot forwards and come to standing. And we'll run through that again, leading with the left side. So if we're at the top of the mat, we're extending up. So a nice big stride back with your left foot to warrior one. Raising your arms, hips, chest forwards, interlace fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands to the ceiling. Release the hands down to the mat to downward dog. So this time, lifting up your left foot, press the left heel to the ceiling. And then we're going to bend the left leg, bring the left foot forwards, right knee down, bring yourself upright. Shuffle the left foot forwards, so the initially ankle is ahead of the knee, so we can work towards straightening that left leg. So we're gently pressing the hips forwards, taking the hands up, right hand to the left wrist, leaning back, gaze up to the ceiling. And then releasing the hands and starting to fold forwards, working towards straightening the left leg. Hands come down, head hanging, pausing here. So again, fingertips are either on the ground or maybe you're using your leg to support. And then again, we'll bring the hips forwards and we're gently pressing the hips forwards as we raise up. Right hand, left wrist leaning back, gaze to ceiling. And then starting to fold forwards again. Using the hands, fingertips to support you, imagining the rest of the body's relaxed. And both of these movements once more, so hips move forwards, gently pressing them forwards as you raise up. Right hand to your left wrist, leaning back, gaze to ceiling. And again, slowly folding forwards, fingertips down, head hanging. Bringing your hips forwards and bring that left hand round so it's on the inside of your left leg on the ground. We're making our way to lizard pose. So the left foot can shuffle towards the left edge of the mat. As you bring your hips forwards, you'll reach that point of resistance, the point that they're not going to go any further forwards, and just checking left knees above left ankle, fingertips down or hands down, maybe arms bending at the elbows as you allow the head to hang. Pausing here for a few breaths. Walking the hands back towards you, and we'll just shuffle that left foot back so the Ankle is below the knee, so we're more a right angle shape here with that left leg. Curl the right toes under, straightening your right leg, and we'll come up into our lunge position. Hands together in front of the chest, twisting to the left, so right elbow towards or onto that left thigh, right arm outside of your left leg, reaching right fingertips to the ceiling. Hands together in front of your chest, coming back round to face the front, raising the arms up, stepping the right foot forwards and coming to standing. Hands together in front of your chest. We'll take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and out. Inhale, hands up. Breathe out, folding forwards. Fingertips to shins as you lift into flat back. Hands down and stepping back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes. Inhale as you lift your chest. Breathe out as you come down. Curl the toes under and we press up and then back into downward dog. And stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above the head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhaling as you come up. Breathe out as you fold forwards. Lifting into flat back. Hands down and back to plank. All the way down. Extending your toes, inhale as you lift into cobra. Breathe out as you come down, curl the toes under, up and back into downward dog. Step forwards and fold forwards. Inhale up, hands together above the head. Breathing out, coming down. And inhaling, coming up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Lifting into flat back. Hands down, back to plank. All the way down. Extend toes, inhale cobra. Breathe out down. And up and back to downward dog. Stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out down. So we do one more round. Inhale up. Breathe out forwards. Lifting into flat back. Hands down and back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes. Inhale cobra. Breathe out down. And then from here we'll press to hands and knees. And we're going to lift up the left foot, press left heel to ceiling. Guide left foot to the right, looking over your right shoulder. So you should feel the stretch on that left thigh. Bring the left leg back to the mat. Lift up the right leg, pressing right heel up. Guiding right foot to the left, looking over left shoulder. Back to all fours. Once more on each side, pressing left heel to ceiling, guiding left foot to the right, so it's dangling on the right side, looking over your right shoulder. Bring that left leg back down to the mat. Once more with the right leg, pressing right heel up, guiding right foot to the left, looking over your left shoulder. And then we'll come back to all fours and to lying down, legs bent and feet flat. Lifting up the feet, hands to knees. Gently draw the knees in towards your chest. Take the knees apart away from each other. Allow the knees to move away so your arms straighten. Knees back together, in towards your chest and apart and away. So we'll continue this movement. Inhaling as your knees move away from you. Breathing out as you draw your knees in towards you. and in the opposite direction. And then we'll pop the feet down onto the mat. Reach down with the fingertips, catch backs of your heels, and allow both legs to come to the right side and keeping them there. Steady breath. Inhale, center. Breathe out to the left, keeping them on the left. And then gently side to side, so we inhale to center, breathe out to the right. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Pausing when you're back to center, knees pointing to ceiling. Reach down with the fingertips, catch backs of the heels if you are able. If you can't quite reach, they won't be too far away, so no need to force. So a few rounds of bridge, inhaling, lifting the bum up, peel the spine up, press the hips up to the ceiling. Breathing out, slowly back down. Inhaling up. And breathing out, down. Inhale, peel the spine up, pressing your hips up. Breathing out, back down. Continuing this movement of inhaling, coming up. And breathing out, down. And then pausing next time your back is on the mat, sliding your left foot away, and we'll guide that right leg over to the left, so you're rolling onto your left side, outside of your left leg. Right fingertips are touching the ground on the right side and maybe sliding that right hand away from you a little bit. Slowly back to center and switching. So we bend up the left leg, slide the right foot away and guide that left leg over to the right side. Rolling onto the outside of your right leg. And then we'll come back to center and spend just a couple of minutes in relaxation. So arms by your side, closing the eyes and noticing, acknowledging how you feel right now, having completed your yoga session. And we'll take some deeper breaths, moving fingers and toes, bending the legs up, getting your feet flat so you can roll to one side, press up to a seated position. So hands together, closing the eyes for a moment. So thank you all for keeping up with your yoga practice. Hope you're feeling good this morning. Namaste.